Welcome to DomiNations. My name is Mark. Today's frequently asked questions topic is divided into three parts. Two of them are related to museum bonuses. One of them is related to the parliament. So first, let's go to the parliament. There have been a lot of suggestions, assumptions, and other things right around the parliament, and some players even thought about and mentioned that in future probably there will be some alliance researches which will give us additional access to walls, bastions, gates, roads, traps, whatever, and just theoretically this is possible. Yet obviously we only have access to 3 out of 4 branches, and in each of those 3 current available branches we have at least 2, if not even more, laws which are currently unavailable. So 6 laws and more than 1 branch which is currently unavailable. But nevertheless, just let's think theoretically or logically about these assumptions. I'm not an insider, I don't have direct connection to Nexon or whatever, but simply logically, the likelihood for those assumptions is pretty low. Let's imagine you are inside an alliance which has researched those additional walls, additional bastions, additional buildings in total. What is now happening if you leave this alliance? So the system would have to reduce or subtract those additional buildings from your base, and this is a huge chance to get some crashes, bugs and other things to happen. So I think the likelihood is more than 99.999% that it will not happen, that the parliament is providing us with additional buildings or defensive structures. Another, but yet more important and interesting fact is, if you just look to your buildings and click at one of your buildings, you can clearly differentiate whether it's an economic building or whether it is a building which has defensive relation. I mean, if you're clicking the gold, the market, if you're clicking a farm, if you are clicking the factory, the mercenary camp, the blacksmith, you can just simply see the building and the green arrows around. But now what is happening if you are clicking on a building which is defensively related, such as the Versailles, the stronghold, tank depots, town center, redoubt? All of those buildings additionally have a range. So it is indicating in which range those buildings are firing or getting triggered to spawn some defenders. Now, newly implemented, we also have Harriet Tubman's capstone, at least the conductor, which is providing us with our houses spawning riflemen, so shooters. Now, after getting implemented, also our houses have radius, and indicating that they are defensively related in a specific point of the game. So previously there was no radius, now it is. Now just look at the parliament. What do you see? It's also a radius. So the likelihood for getting our parliament in the future defensively related is close to 100%, I'm pretty sure. Otherwise it should be a bug, and I could not imagine any situation why they should have occasionally or accidentally implemented this radius to the parliament without any concern for the future. So I think this is some kind of implicit hint for the future, and we can look for it and be excited whether the parliament will start shooting, which is less likely, which is not that the chance is not that high, or whether the parliament, and I think it is the chance is higher that the parliament will start spawning some defenders in the future. So the next topic is quite controversial. It is about troop tactics and museum artifacts. So whether the effect of museum artifacts is benefiting or harming troop tactics. Especially about bombers, stealth bomber or whatever. I heard some rumors, and so far I did not find any time to make some experiments for myself. Now I have conducted some experiments and gathered the results. Unfortunately, they are not completely clear in my opinion. So view the next sequences of the video where I have cut it down, all of the very important information for you, and if you are not trusting me, just skip to the end of the video where I have the full length clips for you. They are lasting for about approximately 10 minutes, where you can see that everything, every detail and every information is like I display them for you in the next following clips. I have condensed to a really, to shorten these clips down so that you don't have to watch the entire material. I also conducted the test or the experiment about ground troops and the museum. The result is quite controversial, I think. So we definitely need more results in this situation. Just give me your comment down in the comment section. What is your issue or your opinion about the current situation, whether museum artifacts are affecting our troop tactics? So after having such results, when I'm watching them quite closely, my conclusion is that museum artifacts which are giving a penalty to enemy bombers damage, so decreasing enemy bombers damage, are affecting troop tactics, but I could not see any change in the HP of the bombers. So despite of, or while having nearly minus 20%, I think it's minus 19% bomber HP, nevertheless, the bombers got shot down with the same amount of shots and the same amount of health after each shot by the castle. What do you think? So for donated troops, most obviously, museum artifact bonuses are active. They are affecting donated troops. I think this was a quite obvious fact. Most players assumed it already, but I wanted to have some confirmation at this point, and therefore I showed you the clip. Over here again, I could not view or spectate any difference whether the artifacts are completely turned off in Defender as well as Attacker's Museum, or having a damage increase by the Attacker's commandos. The increase, the boost of the attack by only 6% is marginal, so it's not huge, but nevertheless there should be a difference at least by attacking the house.
Ich schau gleich. Ja, steht drin. Das lädt wieder nicht. Alter, wie lange dauert das?
So at this point, thanks for watching the episode. So far I have no more suggestions or ideas to make some videos about. So I will record my Worldwar attacks as well as my Let's Farm episodes when I am going for specific researches or upgrades which I am planning to get, and I will simply show you how I am farming. If you have any suggestions or ideas for videos, if you have questions or other things, please post it down in the comment section. I will give my best to record a video about. See you soon, your domination tips.